What's going on, guys? My name is Dexteros, and today we're going to be talking about stress. Something I've dealt a lot with in my life. Just random things. I'm usually pretty calm about stuff, but sometimes I just lose my mind and I can't focus on anything, and stuff becomes way too difficult for me to actually do anything, if that makes sense. But I found kind of the best way to relieve the stress is, this is gonna sound dumb, but distract yourself. When I start getting stressed, start doing whatever it takes to distract myself from whatever is stressing me. I made kind of a list of the stuff that I do when I'm distressed. I tried to combine distractions and stress at the same time, and that didn't work. It's still a word. When I'm stressed, I made a list of stuff that I do when I'm stressed. The first one, which is going to sound dumb to most people, but if you guys didn't already know, I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. Like, yes, the quote-unquote fake stuff. It's scripted, whatever. It's choreographed. You don't. That's a chair. But I'm not going to get into that, because that's a whole other video. But I watch wrestling, and that takes me out of this world and puts me into that one. Which, again, sounds stupid, but it helps me a lot. The second thing is playing video games. It sounds simple enough, but it really helps, because, once again, you can lose yourself in that world. I love playing story games when I'm really stressed out. I love like a game like Skyrim. Playing Skyrim, my chair is really squeaky. I love playing Skyrim when I'm stressed, because that's an entire world that you can just get completely lost in. Third thing, watching YouTube videos. My go-to guys are Sark, C-Nanners, Gassy Mexican, Funhouse. All those guys in Funhouse are amazing, and those guys can make even the cloudiest day a little bit sunnier. Fourth thing is listening to podcasts. I love Harmontown, the podcast. I also used to listen to the Yog Pod a lot, which was Lewis and Simon from the Yog's Cast, their old podcast that they did, and it was amazing. It was so funny to hear them interacting, just casual conversations. Another podcast I listen to, once again with wrestling, is Colt Cabana's The Art of Wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan and you haven't heard of this podcast, I really suggest you go look it up, because it's amazing. He brings in all sorts of guys to just talk and have fun. Fifth thing is watch special features on movies. Figure out how they do stuff. My favorite ones are anything to do with Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. I have a DVD that has how they made and produced and all the action figures, which I used to collect those things like crazy. I don't even know what happened to them anymore. All of my action figures of the Lord of the Rings guys, we moved houses and now they're just gone. I don't know where they are. But yeah, so watching wrestling, I can't tell you how many times wrestling has gotten me out of stuff, like mental stuff, especially a company named PWG. I have so many of their DVDs and stuff, which can be ordered at ProWrestlingGuerrilla.com. That's a reference that no one will get. But yeah, wrestling, playing video games, watching YouTube videos, Sark, C-Nanners, Gassy Mexican, Funhouse, listening to podcasts, Yogpod, Harmontown, The Art of Wrestling, and watching special features on movies. Those are all the things that help me unwind when I'm really stressed out. If you guys want to, in the comments on this video, just leave what you do to relax. And please, no masturbation jokes. There's gonna be at least one. Knowing my friends, there's gonna be at least one. But just leave what you do to relax down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Tell me like a Hellcat.